What is a conspiracy theory? Well, Merriam-Webster calls it a theory that explains an event or set of circumstances as a result of a secret plot by usually powerful conspirators. However, I'd beg to differ. Was John Wilkes Booth really that powerful? I don't think so, Merriam-Webster. I think their theory is a conspiracy theory. But I'm not here to question some big dictionary. I'm here today to question which is the best conspiracy theory. Is it who shot JFK? Is it who landed on the moon? Or is it some wacky one that my friends have managed to come up with that somehow convinces me that is the best conspiracy theory going out there?
The ground rules. So basically, everything will be ranked on 5 things: humor, presentation, delivery, evidence, and how convincing.
Harrison, can you please not start watching reels?
Oh, come on, man, Harrison. A bit rude. No respect to the integrity of the Lockman Kitchen channel. Harrison, you're up first.
Yay. Essentially, there's a conspiracy out there. This is real. I
Yeah.
did not make this up. Christian is behind most of, if not all, natural disasters. Terrible things happen. All of the world's tragedies can be traced to one person.
Yeah.
Christian. Who is he? Well, he's an internet personality, mayor of Quickville, and a convicted felon, but don't look into that too much.
Yeah.
Because that's not what this is about. Right? So who is this person? And what have they done? Or what haven't they done? Some examples include ties to Margaret Thatcher.
That's epic, though.
No. No.
What do you mean?
This is a screenshot directly from the New Yorker. Who's that standing over there? That's him. That's him. Which also ties back to Margaret Thatcher, because we all know that she did that. That speaks for itself. That's not doctored in any way. Those 3 people were on that body of land. This is...
If you couldn't date this, by the way, guys, the Black Ops 6 trailer came out 2 days ago. Might have some correlation with the figures featured there.
Chris Chan's compound, as you can see, looks totally normal. But who's that there? Who's this little guy? I don't know. Also, and does this bear any resemblance?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah.
I've seen that house. I've been there.
Yeah, I've seen it. So, evidence, right? Other than that, what else do you need? Oh, he's very obviously in good terms with some of the world's worst people. These are images you can find online. Many Christorians and mentally healthy people alike agree that this man... Did I say Epstein?
Epstein.
Harrison.
That guy too. Wait, yeah?
Epstein was 5 when Gandhi died.
He
was rich when he was young.
He's been doing it.
Hang on, Lachlan, how would you know that off the top of your head?
I just know. I know. I looked up Epstein's birth, but I knew Gandhi died in 1948.
If you want the list, here you go. Large donors and the amount of times the client is listed below. Lachlan Kitchen times 10. I found this out. You can't run. Gandhi times 23. Visited him when he was a toddler. Chris Chan times 100 times 10,000. Right? Forget all the others. Those are obvious, right? This is a real photo. This is a real photo. In no way is this doctored. No, that is not Jeffrey Dahmer. That is him. That is Chris Chan. Right? Who's that next to him? Archduke. A certain Archduke, right? If anything, it is...
You're making us think it's wrong.
But no one talks about it. My proposal on why this is, because... Like, it's right there. What's stopping people? Chris Chan is God. Let me summarize. This looks like a very sane person's diary, right?
Right.
This is a fake image of a very famous painting in the Sistine Chapel. This is it.
Harrison, it's just called a painting, an image.
But I
As if it's a picture.
We're just fucking roasting this man.
The truth is in front of you. The question is, will you accept it?
No.
I accept it.
I think it's pretty fun. I like that.
Thank you.
I think it's real.
I have a question. If you saying that he compares himself to like Jesus and God, and then does all these like awful acts, then why even like bring up the last part?
Because He's not comparing. He is. He does
Lachlan,
as he wills.
Lachlan, you've got to break a few eggs to make an omelette.
Down as a fellow judge.
I would
It's not
have
gonna
to
pick up
say
on
that
my-
the evidence presented was decently compelling.
Thank you,
However,
thank you.
your delivery was quite sloppy.
Yeah.
Overall, I'd say
I
you
didn't
did
exactly
agree with
decently.
him.
One nerd.
I don't want to eat you, Harrison.
Got
I've
him.
got a question for Mr. Kitching, actually. What were you doing at Epstein's Island?
Nothing.
I assure you, he was
Enjoying
all
the
in
sights.
definitely excellent fishing locations.
Yeah. So out of 25, what do you give that down?
Give it a 14.
14 as well. Jack, do you want to go next?
Queuing up some music. Mine is going to be on the Time Cube.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So
Sorry.
it's the Time Cube. The Time Cube originally comes from Otis Eugene. He was a schizophrenic who called himself the wisest man alive. He believed that the way time worked is as shown in the diagram. We'll get more into that in a minute. He held an apprentice who was a younger teenager. He ended up committing when Ray said he didn't believe that the apprentice actually believed what he was saying. He was a troll. This is an explanation and an attempt to justify the time cube. This is what the diagram is. That's Jane there.
Cute guy.
Each day occurs 4 simultaneous times. So assuming the Earth is split into 4 quadrants, like this here, you see how the Earth is split into 4 bits there. Each of these quadrants, we'll call them quadrants 1 through 4, is experiencing either sun up, midday, sundown, or midnight in Jean's time cube theory. We'll call these T1 through 4, with T1 being sun up, T2 being midday, so on and so forth. As the day progresses, these quadrants, the time quadrants, remain static, while the physical quadrants move through these time quadrants, meaning each day has 4 designations of time that the Earth physically moves into. What does this mean for space and time? The implication completely just destroys our understanding of time, if true. And it is that time is completely static, not linear, not quantum, and that it remains completely in fixed positions, meaning that every point in the universe has a different designated time instead of different designated space. And what we experience on Earth as the flow of time is the flow of space through these fixed time positions. So say I'm at one point and I move into another point, that's me moving through time. The way the time cube works is splits the day into 4, as said before, T1 through 4. Each time, so T1 is 6 hours, T2 is 6 hours, it keeps the idea that a day is 24 hours. So it's just split in 4. So we'll use this as an example. If you were in a part of the world we'll call Q1, and at the start of the day, you're in sun up, and you have a friend who's in quadrant 4, who's experiencing T4, from what we experience as 6 hours, we will remain in time 1. Moving through it, your friend will experience a similar process, moving through time 4. So you'll just progressively move through that time point. After 6 hours, we will have progressed in space as Earth rotates, moving from T1 midday, so T1 sun up to T2 midday, while your friend moves from T4 to T1 sun up. So you are physically moving through the time. So the following slide is going to have some fairly complicated mathematics, and I'll explain you through it. So that function G brackets Q subscript I T is equal to the time zone an area is experiencing at T hours. So with I being the quadrant we're trying to find the time period for, T is the time quadrant we're calculating the subscript for. So in the next slide it kind of explains it, but T subscript whatever is the time zone we're in. So this is the equation here. That's what it is equal to. An example. Say we're in quadrant 2 and 19 hours into the start of the day. 19 over 6 is 3.16, which means we've moved into the 4th quadrant, which is the last quadrant of the day we'd experience. So say we started the day at midday, we'd currently be at sunup. I don't know if that's actually what the case is here. So then we'd round it to 4, which is what's been done there. Plus I being 3 in this scenario, minus 1. That's adjusting for the quadrant rate. 6 modulo 4 is equal to 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3, which means we're in T3, which is sundown. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, the implications of this. We've used the fundamental ideas of Otis gene ray. We've been able to mathematically derive an equation to determine the position in time given what we know about the quadrant and the hour of the day. With each day occurring 4 simultaneous times, we base the hour value of when the day starts for all zones, all 4 zones. This means that it kind of is a bit strange because some days will start at midday. So time doesn't start, like a day doesn't start at midnight. A day starts simultaneously across the world, meaning time zones wouldn't exist in this model.
Yeah.
So say the day started right now, everywhere in the world would start the day right now. So some days will start at sunrise, some areas of the world will start at midday, etc. This also, if true, redefines what we know as time, as it's not linear or quantized like we theorize, but a completely static point that is only observed when objects move from one time to an area to another, meaning you wouldn't experience a flow of time if you are completely static. Which is kind of bizarre, but if the time cube theory is true, that is what the implication is. The Earth split in 4 quadrants. Let's just say that's midday. So that's T1, that's T2, that's T3, and that's T4. So that would be that X there would be Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4.
Yeah.
So Jesus lives here and Clintons live here isn't saying they live in a fixed point in time. It's saying they live at that point in Earth. I think it's a bit difficult to interpret because there is no like actual interpretation of it online.
Declan, have you come up with your ranking yet? Because I have not.
I have, so I gave that a solid 19.
I gave it a 20.
That's the one to beat, everybody.
Alright, who is next? It is Cayden.
My cool presentation about conspiracy. What is conspiracy? It's a big word. Meaning, a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Why we love conspiracy. Very cool and interesting.
Hell yeah.
Aliens dancing.
Yeah.
There's
I
Peter
love
Crouch
aliens.
dancing.
Yeah.
There he is. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Mm-hmm.
My conspiracy.
It's still going.
Who is Peter Crouch? Peter Crouch is the third party in my parents' love and matrimony. He was also a footballer for Portsmouth. Here he is, his Bet365 clamor.
What a gorgeous man.
My conspiracy is about moles. I was lying. Moles do not pose a threat.
Oh, okay.
Biden is hungry.
Where?
See, doesn't look very famished. But if you look in the background over there, Biden nom.
Yeah.
You know who else was hungry? Other presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, everybody. As he says in this clip, hungry. He was shunned for his hunger, but we forget to mention that the Republican that replaced him and is currently leading for the Republican nomination is Mr. Hungry himself, Donald J. Trump. Everybody, look at that platter, everyone.
Oh,
Oh
the
my
conspiracy.
word! All the McDonald's salads that'll definitely not be there. All the burgers. Over the McDonald's, he also loves dastardly connections. One through McDonald's is Grimace. Grimace was going to be his vice president, but then he thought Mike Pence was awesome. And Wayne Rooney, everybody. Wow, you didn't think I'd bring him up? Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth Argyle is a beautiful football club. Play great football. Wayne Rooney is now their manager. Well done, Wayne. The horrible thing is, though, Tony Pulis managed Plymouth as the Ted Lasso wiki has informed me. Putting 2 and 2 together, Tony Pulis, Stoke City. Peter Crouch was signed by Tony Pulis at Stoke City, everybody. I have led the conspiracy all along. I am the mole, and this is proof.
What?
If we zoom in on this image, there I am. Thank you.
I forgive you.
Declan, what's your rating for that one?
I'm gonna be honest. It was entertaining. It just didn't have anything to say. So I unfortunately had to give it a 15.
I would like to argue that I had more to say than anyone.
Yes, I did intentionally give it 1 more point than Harrison.
Well, Cayden, you'll be sad to hear I gave it a 30.
A 30? Oh my god, everybody! A 30 out of 25, let's go! This is bullshit. I didn't even want to do this anyway.
It's part of the woke FBI. I think your days are over.
To be fair, my presentation was very anti-woke.
Alright. Thomas, it's now your turn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We all know the Earth is flat, the Moon is a projection, and Australia is not real. But you may not have heard that flies are actually microscopic drones with specialist micro cameras installed by the government to spy and control on us mere citizens. Don't believe me? We'll just take a look at the experiments I conducted with a specialist microscope I created in my lab. I mean, the evidence
Holy
is just
shit.
there. Here's some footage that's been captured by the flies. We took the flies down in the lab footage out of them.
Wait, are you
It is
part of this
terrifying.
conspiracy?
Well, no, we're trying to debunk this conspiracy.
Debunk?
Well, you've just proven it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've proven that this conspiracy is real. Here's some just brief testimonials of people who believe in our theory. Flick from A Bug's Life says, I hate those flies. Shakespeare was along with Obama who said, true that. I used galvanized square steel with
No.
eco-friendly wood veneers and screws from my arm. Here's
I
just a
can hear
quick
the brain
diagram
rot.
of what happens. Right, we see an innocent man here heading towards his innocent home where nobody can harm him, right? Except these pesky flies. They
Yeah.
follow him like a psychopath and they take some secret photos of him, right? Here's the secret photo of him. That's him. That's the same guy in his house. The fly then takes the photo and sends it to the government so that this information can be used to control us by hearing and seeing exactly what we say and do. Astonishing discovery was made, but I mean, that's just a theory.
I have a
Right.
question. How do you know they send the information to the government? Proof for that.
We asked them
How
and
can
they
they
said they
talk?
do.
I think Thomas is a spy sent by the flies to try and make us think that they're not as dangerous as they really are. He's downplaying them.
Yeah.
Because currently, Thomas, you're not actually, you haven't got your face cam on, so you could be a fly.
It's the first time I ever met Thomas. His tongue kept like flicking out, like not like a frog. So that's a
I
frog.
was on
I
the
could
bus with
see it.
Thomas the other day, and he kept looking out the window, and like he kept trying to like go through it, but his face kept just like slamming.
You know what? You know what? This
Yeah.
reminds me. The other week, Thomas put his hand on my shoulder and said, "I'm a fly." And you know, I didn't question it at the time.
But now it does.
Oh my
sound-
God.
It
It
makes
makes sense
sense.
now.
You're getting
Yeah,
this all
no,
wrong. I
wow.
can't believe you're getting all this wrong.
Alright, I'll go mine first. I
mean-
gave it a 12. Convinced that Thomas is a fly though.
I gave that one a solid 14. Honestly, him being a fly really sealed the deal for me.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let me get a screenshot. Hold on.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
I know Jeffrey Epstein has already been covered a little bit. However, I'm here to prove something else. My presentation is about why Jeffrey Epstein created Lego Fortnite. Because, right, Jeffrey Epstein died in 2019. Do you want to know what released in 2023? Lego Fortnite. Coincidence? I think not. So 2005, police. 2008, arrest. 2019, die. 2023, Fortnite. 2023, Lego. So 2005, the police find out. That's just some context though. Doesn't really matter.
Correct.
2008, arrested. So 2019, he died. Fortnite big rise is in 2019 as well. Hence why they might be a little bit linked. During YouTube Rewind 2019, Fortnite had 60.9 billion views. Fortnite also made $3.7 billion in 2019, which shows they were making quite a lot of money and were
Wow.
just on the rise. And guess what started development in 2019? As you can see, I've got proof up there. Lego
Oh, no.
Fortnite. So Fortnite's demand went up, so they invested. Their investment being Lego.
The
Which
Rego.
you know who helped? Jeffrey Epstein, the biggest fan of Fortnite, as you can see in this
Oh
little
my
clip here.
God.
As you can see, there's a link here. He likes Fortnite. He likes Lego. Fortnite Lego 2023. So Fortnite Lego released in this year to attract more kids. You know who else attracted kids? Oh wait, no, whoops. Sorry, guys.
Lachlan, do you want to get on Baldur's Gate? Like right
Oh,
now?
guys! The game Lego Fortnite. You can see that one of the characters mentions Jeffrey Epstein with proof from a Quibble Cop video. So then you've got real characters in the game. You've got Donald Trump, Bill Clinton. But they're both in Fortnite. They're both in the flight logs. Guess who knew about the flight logs in 2019 before they were released? Jeffrey Epstein. He was the only person who knew at that time who would have come forward to Fortnite because he's their biggest fan. Here's some more proof. They mentioned the island, the Jeffrey Island. This is a map. It all links back to Epstein. Fortnite's success really is due to this man.
Oh
Now-
my God.
Argument. It happened.
Wow.
Thank you guys for watching.
It's just
Declan, what is
how
your
many
rating?
conditions-
I gave that a 19.
Very conveniently, I gave that a 20. The votes are in. I'll read them all out one by one. Harrison voted for Lydia. Declan voted for Jack. I also voted for Jack. Cayden voted for Lydia. Thomas, as the deciding vote, also voted for Lydia.
Well done.